Good morning. This is Manila sunrise. The sounds of the city in the morning.
It's just a usual walk. Yeah.
We got some spices.
Here we go. this much. Only two of us. Hold on a minute.
You use the stick to eat it.
Yeah, and then you dip it.
That's important.
You know, I am not sure.
Well, we're not sure, but I'm going to eat it nevertheless. Sounds like a bread with a dough.
And then this is a kwek-kwek, like the ones we ate at the market. But
Which
they're
one?
smaller. The red one.
Is it what?
It's a kwek-kwek.
Oh,
Like
quick,
quail
quick,
egg.
quick, quick.
Tamarin color. Thank you.
And which one's vinegar?
This one's vinegar. Is that sweet?
I'm going to eat quick, which is egg fried.
The vinegar is good.
No, it's very good.
I don't really like the other dips, but the vinegar is good.
Alright, I'll try this one.
That's kikiam.
Okay, come.
Spicy.
Yeah, go.
I think they're like a fish ball,
Fish ball. Yeah, that might describe it.
and then like a chicken ball.
Mabayan mo siya ng ano ng hiwa. Siserve mo sila yung
Spicy.
hiwa. Kaya na siserve sila dito. Hiwa mo. Yun din ang muna hiwa kanina.
Okay. Appetizer.
Diyan po yung pakbit natin. Bali,
I like the vinegar.
per gram po.
Well, Carmela is lusting after my food. I've got two wonderful
want
looking
eggs.
pork chops, eggs sunny side up on rice. And it's a garlic fried rice, it looks like. Carmela's plate also has interesting stuff. You said, what kind of sauce is that?
That's a squash,
Squash, yeah.
pumpkin,
With pork chops. Again,
with
and you
the
got some
pork
prawns.
chop. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to try some of this egg first. With a bite of this garlic rice.
That egg is really good.
That's very good. Yeah.
The vegetables are cooked nice.
Very nice. Alright, let's try the pork chop. Nice crispy.
Like, try that with your egg. That's good.
Pork chop is wonderful.
Very good.
Yeah, that is good.
I like the labasa.
The squash sauce. Okay, time for your food reaction.
Oh no.
say LocaVore Philippines is a thumbs up. Having a snooze. Well, it looks like we're going to have a very pleasant evening. Give you a view of the cities here. Manila, Makati area. So, there's actually something interesting to think about with intelligence and how machines are becoming more intelligent and how they solve problems, really hard problems. Kind of the earliest exposure most people have had with this is like chess playing programs. Well, chess can now be played by a computer far better than a human. Self-driving cars, that algorithm is still not completely figured out. But what happens in that algorithm is that data is collected every day from all of the drivers of Teslas, for instance, and that information is uploaded every 12 hours, and Tesla can refine the models that it uses for training the algorithms which do the autopilot. So it makes sense that at some point those algorithms will be more intelligent, better, and safer than human drivers. They're not there yet, but it won't take that long. Especially when all of the cars on the road are communicating with one another, and then it becomes a whole different area where things will really be safe. Now, the interesting idea that's coming up is what people call the singularity. Now that term is not black hole singularities, but information singularities, the boundary between humans and machine intelligence. Right now there's a boundary. At some point it may be less of a boundary. Who knows what kind of technologies will be deployed as humans integrate more and more into these complex and super intelligent algorithms and machines. But so the singularity refers to the point where machine intelligence basically reaches that of at least human competence and human level of intelligence. But it won't remain there, and it won't be invented even in its initial versions like a human. It will be more than that. It'll be able to do far more. Your iPhone can do amazing things that you can't do, for instance. And so in different areas, superintelligence will flourish. And at some point, these algorithms that are trained by successively providing more data to the training algorithms, and then the machine learning model is improved and that's deployed. Each generation of that kind of deployment and learning could be used to improve the machine learning, the AI itself. So at some point, we can call this ultra intelligence or super intelligence. The machines will far surpass what humans are capable of. So the predictions are that we're 10 years away from that or less, and the risks are quite profound because there's no laws which govern how programmers who are working in these fields operate. So go back to the car example. A self-driving car at some point might have to make a decision on how to avoid an accident and how to minimize human death. And so how does it do that? What choices does it have? Do the biases of programmers working on this field take race into consideration, for instance, or property damage, damaging a company's property by driving the car off the road versus driving into a housing complex, and all sorts of things like that. So superintelligence doesn't mean that these kinds of machine algorithms will necessarily be helpful or benign for humanity. So leap forward. Let's say you're confronted with a superintelligence presence and you're actually talking to a machine that has the ability to actualize its environment and build things and manipulate the environment. Now you're in a relationship where you're the inferior. Just like we consider our pets and stuff as inferior animals. We don't consider all of their needs all the time. We don't consider birds, for instance. We don't care about birds that much, so we may do things like invent pesticides which weaken the egg structure of a bird and wipe out entire species. And we may figure that out and fix it. But a super intelligent machine might have a whole different set of criteria by which it evaluates its actions and its planning. So it could potentially be quite hazardous to have machine learning algorithms which are going to be vastly superior than humans in a variety of things. And so this idea of a intellectual explosion that can take place in the cycle between machine generations where they get better each cycle. Well, think about it. Humans can do things like learn a new language. How long does that take you? A year, 2 years. We can learn to play music. It takes years. There's things that we can do. Machine learning algorithms can do these things in seconds, minutes and seconds, they're very fast. And so the generations of improvement that happen are talked about as being an intellectual explosion. In other words, these super intelligent algorithms can happen very quickly. It can be a chain reaction of improvements that far outtake human intelligence, and we never catch up. We can be carried along. In other words, we can merge into that environment and become able to benefit from it. But we'll never be super intelligent like machine learning algorithms will be. We're not going to invent new medical procedures or come up with better ways to build safer machines compared to super intelligent machines. They'll always be better at it once they start reaching that plateau above human level. Anyways, that's your thought for tonight. Let's look out at the city.